It is December 28th, 2019. This is the Watchman News, and I'm Mike Callahan. Good evening, folks. I'm doing a video that I shouldn't have to do, but in my opinion, I was left with no choice here. It had come to me that during a live stream, last night, that it was said that a particular individual that we were making merchandise for had said that we were no longer going to be making merchandise for them. That is true. And that they had no idea why or what was going on. That is not true. The reason I feel like I need to make this video is because that would show a lack of responsibility on our part. That would show that we were undependable, and that is not the case. That is not the case. And I just want to explain to folks why it is that the Disabled by Design name had to part ways with their website. Okay? So first off, and bear with me here, because there's a few different things here, a few different issues here, and this was an escalation. Okay? He knows exactly why. I've been telling some of this stuff to him for a very long time. First off, we work out of a 3-room apartment. Okay? We don't have some big shop that we work out of or anything like that. So when I go to do merchandise, it involves pulling out equipment, getting tables set up, and then starting the merchandise. And then afterwards, of course, there's cleanup, and then I have to put everything away. Now, most merchandise companies are not interested in doing consignment. Okay, what is consignment? For those that may not know, consignment is where you will do things per need, so to speak, or per order, or, you know, there's several different instances of consignment. But in this case, it would essentially be to where I would make items to order. Now, the reason why a lot of merchandise companies don't get involved in this is because of the time involved to be able to put out one single item, okay? Largely the same reason for us, okay, why we have no interest in doing consignment work. Again, and it takes me longer to do so than what it would most businesses that already have all their equipment out, ready to go, set up. All they have to do is make it so. So in order for me to do a consignment order, or a single order, a one-off, okay, it would involve, like I said, me dragging everything out, getting the merchandise made, putting everything back up, which is very time consuming. And if you do the math, I have no problem sharing with you what my take on an item was. It was roughly $5. Okay. We weren't doing that merchandise for the money. We were doing it because we believed in the channel at one time. Okay? That's why we did it. You can't take that much time to produce a product and obviously be doing it for the money, right? $5 doesn't even cover minimum wage for 1 hour. Okay? So 1 hour, you've just covered up, or just covered my time involved in getting the equipment out and getting set up. Okay? Mugs, for instance. Okay, in order to make mugs, I have to go through a process that can take up to half a day, sometimes a full day, of clearing out the ink jets on the sublimation printer. Okay? That $5 certainly doesn't cover that, now does it? So, obviously there was a different motivation behind doing the merchandise, or agreeing to do the merchandise in the first place. That was because at one time we believed in what they were doing. Okay? Now, even when you get to the latter part of the operation, like packaging, just to give you an idea, and I'm going to use mugs as an example again, this is the package that we would package coffee mugs in. Now, in the 4 years that we've been doing this type of stuff, we don't have a single broken cup under our name. Now, that's pretty good when you're dealing with coffee mugs. That's pretty good. And the reason why is because of that box that you see on your screen right there. Now, that box was born a square box just like any other box, and I handcrafted it into a triangle. That takes time, believe it or not. And then if you notice, that box is wrapped in craft paper. And I do my best job to make it look as neat as I can. That takes time. That box, remember, I have to pull things out. I have to do the job, clean up, put things back. That box by itself takes anywhere from 45 minutes or so to an hour, roughly, to make and to fill and yada, yada, yada. Okay, so again, just in the packaging right there of a coffee mug, we didn't even cover labor, not even close. Okay, so that's problem number one. And again, the motivation to do these products on consignment was not financially based. Okay, number one. I had made him aware multiple times about this. So let's move on to what happened more recently. I had gotten an order from a company, and I had let him know about this order. He knew I had got this order. His excuses to me, well, I don't know how long it would, how would I know how long it would take to do? Well, he knew the order was 600 decals. Okay? That's not something that you're going to do overnight, right? So he chose this particular time to start pushing merchandise really hard. Okay? That's frustrating for me because I don't know if it was expected that I was going to drop $1,000 order so I could do his consignment work or what. I don't know what was going to be expected there, but that I know damn well that's not what was going to happen. So I told him it's going to be a while. Need to let these people know that it's going to be a while before I can even start them. Well, I think he had told me that he had said something on a video or something like that. That's not letting these people know. People have more things to do in their lives than just to sit and watch his videos, right? People have lives. They have things to do. So how are we to know that these individuals watched that little bitty soundbite of a video to even know that it was said? Well, time went by and time went by. And I had gotten frustrated, highly frustrated, and I had messaged him, and I said, look, I want you to personally contact these people and let them know what's going on. I not only said that, but I said, I want proof that you did so. Because, see, this isn't the first time that there's been communication issues with customers. Well, it didn't happen. In fact, what I got told is, well, I'm going to call them. I'm going to personally call them. Well, that certainly gets them out of being able to have proof, now doesn't it? Come to find out, that phone call was never made. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the straw that broke the camel's back. I cannot and will not let our business look irresponsible and incompetent because for whatever reason, somebody can't send an email or make a call like they said. But I want to show one more time that he knew. This isn't just something, well, I don't know what happened. Absolutely not. This is the email that I personally sent on December 26th at 10:21 a.m. Now, of course, I've blurred out the email addresses. Now, he got a copy of this particular email. I sent it to the 5 customers and I sent it to him. And this is what it says. Hello, I just wanted to give you all an update. I am working to get this merchandise finished up, packaged, and shipped out tomorrow. Which, by the way, for a quick update, it was all packaged, ready to go, and I actually handed it to our mail lady today. So it went out today. The customers got their tracking information and all of that. So those orders went out today. On behalf of Disabled by Design, I would like to profusely apologize for the delay and lack of communication. When your orders were placed, I had just started a month-long contract project that you were not made aware of, which took priority over everything, including many things in my personal life. Okay? Again, I had asked that they be let known. Didn't happen. With Thanksgiving and people coming for early Christmas visits, this made a particularly interesting challenge. I was roughly a week late getting that order out, which I indeed was. By the way, all throughout that process, I was in contact with their production manager to let him know where their order was at, okay? Because that's responsibility. Let's see. I wanted to be able to enjoy Christmas with a wonderful lady that gets far too little of my time as it is, and now that Christmas is over, I have the chance to get these orders done. Let's see. Again, I want to personally apologize for the lack of communication. I was informed that each of you was personally going to get a phone call explaining the situation, and that obviously never happened. I will have you know that this will not and cannot ever happen again. I am very, very sorry. Mike and Jen. My problem is this whole victimhood thing. I don't know what's going on. He's not the victim. The victims are the 5 people that placed orders that were left in the dark and not told whatsoever what was going on, except for, I don't know, I didn't see it myself, but I assume it was said during a video, just a quick mention. That's certainly not how I do things, but it is what it is. I didn't want to have to make this video. It shouldn't have had to have been made. It could have just been said that, you know, they're no longer making merchandise for us and left it that. But it had to be included. I don't know what's going on. That's a lie. Anyway, I have the right to clear our name. And this whole thing, it's about accountability. It's about accountability. And I'll be damned if I don't bust my ass and work hard to build a business built on customer service and accountability and hard work, to have it just stripped away by somebody that can't send an email or make a phone call. With that, I hope everybody has a good evening.